What's up, everybody? My name's Mike Sjogren, here with my co-host,
Emmanuel Pani.
We're part of a group of specialized real estate investors you've probably never heard of.
We didn't start with deep pockets or wealthy families, and we don't rely on 401ks, mutual funds, or traditional real estate investing.
In fact, many of us don't even own the properties that fund our freedom. If you ask the money experts out there, they'd say what we do is impossible, yet it's happening every single day.
It's happening through a new niche called short-term rentals.
We are Short-Term Rental Nation, and these are our secrets.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Tuesday with Mike and Mike. I'm your host, Mike Sjogren, here as always with my good buddy, Mr. Mike Reilly. How you doing, man?
I'm doing awesome, man. It's been a great week so far. Getting some results. I'm pumped about what we're going to talk about today too. So it's I just got fall pictures. That's my one big win. Is I got fall pictures for my mountain places, and man, the quality is unbelievable. I mean, I paid for two houses. I paid like.
They look really good.
Yeah. Paid $1,300 for them. They also captured all the amenities nearby too. So like I gave them a whole shot list of like, hey, here's all the restaurants I want you to go take pictures at. Here's the, the hiking, the waterfalls, like the golf course, like all the amenities that are nearby, the lakes. And they're lifestyle photographers. So they're not your typical like real estate photographers. So that's one, starting off with a quick tip. Get a lifestyle photographer that knows how to shoot real estate as well. You will not regret it.
It's a lot more expensive, both, right?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's my win for the week.
Love it, dude. Love it. My win is we're moving into this house this weekend, which I'm so pumped about. It's been 3 months in the making. I thought we'd be in like 3 weeks. It took 3 months, but pretty excited about that. And the new hotel has been doing really well. It's been crushing it. So I can breathe a little bit for like a couple days and then get right into it with our November boardroom event. And then doing some heavy pushing now for STR Wealth Con, which we will talk about today. Cause man, it's been so hard to like not talk about this. Cause like Bill and I have been working in the background, lining up all these speakers and doing all this stuff. And if you guys have been hiding under a rock, STR Wealth Con is the largest host-driven event in the industry. So the last 2 years, Bill, Faith, and I put this event together. We've sold it out 2 years running, 1,000 people down in Nashville. And this year we've tripled the venue size. We're going to the Music City Center, which is going to be unreal. So we've got 3,000 people that are coming. And we've got a insane speaker lineup. So, top of the list, we've got the People Shark, Mr. Damon John, which I'm super pumped about. I mean, I used to watch that show like crazy when I was getting going as an entrepreneur, and just seeing how different people, pitch them and how they would evaluate deals and opportunities and how they would think. And so getting to meet him and hang out with him on stage is definitely going to be a bucket list item for me. I worked through a friend of mine. Some of you guys may know Rich Summers. He's in the mastermind, real good dude. He had Pace Morby on his podcast, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago. And so he did an intro to Pace for me, and we got Pace locked down. I'm probably, the timing of this, I'm almost more excited for Pace because it's such an important skill set to have right now, understanding creative financing and subject to and all these different things, so that, interest rates are 8% now. But if you can find somebody that has a mortgage that you could take over, or you could do creative financing or whatever, like it just drastically improves your return on investment and your cash on cash return. So it's just a huge skill set to have, especially right now. The market is prime for it, and super pumped to have him. And then Bill got in touch with Hank Norman. So this guy basically helped people build brands. So like he built Grant Cardone's 10X. He built Mel Robbins' brand. He's built a ton of brands for some of these icons that you guys see all over social media and all over TV. Like the guy is just a beast with creating and building personal brands. So I'm really excited to meet him and listen to him. The one thing that like a personal note that I've taken over the last few years is like the bigger and the stronger your personal brand is, the easier everything else gets. Whether you're looking to get more deals, whether you're raising money, whether you're branching out, looking for investment opportunities, like the bigger your personal brand gets, everything just gets easier because you've built up that trust over time with the right people, that more opportunities just start coming to you. A lot of these doors open for me just because I've been consistently putting out content for the last 5 or 6 years. And so I've built up a lot of that brand bank, if you will. But this guy could take it to a whole nother level. So I'm going to be taking a lot of notes during his presentation. And I'm just fired up for him. Then we've got the Carls, Avery and Luke. I love these guys. Love hanging out with them. Just really, I mean, they're beasts in real estate, but they're just super humble and so down to earth. I was on, I had Luke on the podcast. I've hung out with Avery in person a couple times. Like, she's just a sweetheart. Luke is awesome. Really excited for them. And then, we've got Dr. Rach, Noble, Julie, Mark Simpson, my boy TJ, Natalie Palmer, Sean Meek, who has built a $1 billion insurance business, to talk about how to do that. Just really growing and thinking bigger, right? Just regardless of what industry you're in, Bill and I wanted to bring in some different perspectives this year as well, from people that have built just massive businesses, to just open your eyes to like what's possible if you start thinking bigger. We got Mark Simpson coming back. We got Stacy St. John. We got Sean Rakachik, Mr. Airbnb Automated coming back this year. Angie Wisdom, who's a new speaker this year. She's a best-selling author. We've just got a crazy, crazy lineup. And we've already pre-sold. We just opened tickets yesterday. And just between our mastermind groups and the folks that were at last year's event, I think we're close to a third of the way sold out already, which is just absolutely insane. It's just a testament to the experience that people have had at these events. And I'm just really excited, man. I don't do a lot of traveling and a lot of events and speaking gigs. I'm much more of a homebody. I got into this to spend more time with my family, but a couple times a year, this is the big one that I do, that Bill and I put together to just bring you guys the best of the best. And we've got obviously all the amazing speakers, but because we have a bigger venue this year, we're going to be able to do a lot more workshops that are more tailored to what you're specifically interested in, right? So like on day one, I'm going to be doing a deep dive 4-hour workshop on boutique hotels. How do you get in that game? How do you break in? How do you evaluate markets? How do you evaluate deals? What do the operations look like? What are the differences between STRs and boutique hotels, and just really going deep with you guys on that. Bill's going to be doing like a newbies 101 for those of you that maybe don't even have a deal yet. He's going to walk you through how to get that first deal. Mark Simpson's going to do one on marketing and direct bookings. I think we got Price Labs coming in to do one around your pricing strategies. I was telling a friend of mine the other day who runs a lot of hotels. I was like, man, the last 12 months, I've spent more time on revenue management with my team than I have in the last 6 years. It's just been such a crucial part now that, things have kind of leveled off a little bit more, and there's been a lot more properties on the market. You really need to have your revenue management dialed in. So I'm super excited for that. And then during the event, we'll have different breakout rooms that you can go to. And the one that I'm going to do with Mike here and some of the other folks is, how do you quit your job? Because the majority of people that I talk to, they get into this to get out of their job, but nobody's really laid out a plan for what that actually looks like. And the more I thought of it, actually, I'll give kudos to Mike, because this was his idea and I thought it was brilliant. Because even when you were leaving your job, Mike, you had a million questions. Even though like financially you were pretty much there, you were just like, you had all these doubts and you didn't really have a game plan. And we did a bunch of one-on-one calls to just kind of walk you through that. So I'm going to break down, how do you plan for that? How do you map that out? What do you need to do? What do you need to think about? What are some additional expenses that you might not think about? Like, what should you have in reserves? All these different things, and then help you map that out. And then obviously I'll share, different strategies for how I scaled and how our mastermind members have scaled to get out of their jobs. But I think having a plan just makes it so much more attainable in your mind of like, oh, okay, so this is what this is going to look like. Sorry, were you going to say something, buddy? Like
yeah, no, I'm back. But yeah, having that plan just makes it so much more real too. Like, you can see it, you can feel it, you can touch it, you put it down on paper, and you see all the other people in the workshop that are doing the same thing too. Like, you'll see the panel, me, Chris, Kyle, Allie, like we've all done it. And it's not, we've all been through like the scary moments of, all right, what do I do next? How do I get through this? We've all been through places where we have to sell listings or sell houses or fire owners. Like, scaling's not easy, but we've put a lot of time and effort into putting a blueprint together to help you guys. And I'm pumped on that. And I think I had 3 things written down of what I'm the most excited about. One, the speaker lineup. I mean, that's huge. Just being able to be there and listen to the people. I think that just gets the whole room jacked up. Just hearing from guys like Damon, John, you, Mike, or you and Bill, and just hearing like their stories. It's an energy thing for me. It just gets me jacked up to go do bigger things. The second thing is the networking. You mentioned earlier about your personal brand. Well, the more people you know, the more people you network with, the bigger your personal brand can be. So you have to first start with like, all right, what do you want your personal brand to be? And then you go out and you network with more people. Carrie, for instance, in our program, she's raised money for a hotel at this conference 2 years ago. There's been countless of partnerships and deals found at these conferences, and at least relationships opened. Last year, I met a guy literally in the bathroom that lives about 20 minutes from me. So we're in Nashville, Tennessee. He lives 20 minutes from me in a small town, coastal town in North Carolina. And he sent me leads. I've sent him leads back and forth. He's a real estate agent. So the networking there, you're not going to want to miss that, because to me, that's where you can grow your personal brand the most, and more people can get in touch with you and grow your business, or at least send you deals. Like, whatever your goal is, you will find some help there. And then lastly, Nashville is just awesome. And I lived there for 2.5 years. I'm pumped to go back. The nightlife, just the stuff that you can do like at night, but also it's just a very walkable town, city. So like if you're into fitness, there's a dozen gyms downtown I can recommend to go to. Then there's a dozen different neighborhoods downtown that are like literally 10-minute walks away that you can go on a walk, like with somebody that you meet there, and you go, hey, you want to go on a walk? You want to stay active? You can do that even in February. And the food and like, again, like the nightlife there, I'm excited to go back and hit up some of my spots. So like, if the speakers aren't enough, if the networking's not enough for you, like,
as well as like,
3 nights in Nashville is just.
Yeah, I was going to say like the one request that we got a lot the last 2 years was, can I bring my spouse or can I bring my friend? They just want to come to the welcome party. And we just didn't have capacity to do that, quite frankly. Like Bill let the cat out of the bag earlier. I saw on one of his podcasts, but like we technically were like over capacity. We were like 1,100 last year when technically we were only supposed to have 1,000 people in there. So we couldn't do that unless you had a ticket. Like you couldn't get in. This year we added an option. If you want to bring your spouse or a friend or whatever, just on like a vacation, they can just get a super cheap ticket and come to the welcome party. And that's it. And then they don't even have to go to the full event. And then you can hang out, go to the event, hang out with everybody at night, bring them back at night. So I would look at this as the best educational vacation you're going to get in 2024. Like hands down. Nashville is a sweet city, like Mike was talking about. I am exhausted by the time this event is over, but I still go out every night and hang with everybody and just have a good time. And it's just a cool way to like connect with so many amazing people in the industry. And like Mike said, a lot of them, like you might not know who they are, but then you get to start talking to them. I remember I met a person last year. They had like 300 doors. I'd never heard of this person before. And they were like working on a hotel. I'm like, dude, you're amazing. Like, this is so cool. Like, where the hell have you been hiding? You know what I mean? So it's just like, you meet a lot of really cool people that are very open-minded. They're willing to share. They're willing to help each other. And it's just an atmosphere that you will not find anywhere else. I promise you, it will be the best experience that you've had up until this point, and definitely in 2024, like no question. And talk to other people that have gone in the past. They will all say the same thing. Like, this was the conference. I've got friends and different vendors in this industry over in Europe, the UK, Australia. All of them were like, dude, everybody's talking about your event. Like everybody, like globally. And it's just a testament to the energy and the amazing people that go, and just, it's just a blast. And you're going to learn a ton. So I'd highly recommend you guys grab your tickets. They are going to go quick. I'm not a marketing guy. I'm telling you though, like they go quick. And when they sell out, there's nothing else we can do. Like we've maxed it out the last 2 years. It's going to happen again, especially with the insane lineup that we have and all the additional workshops and everything else that we have available this year. It will sell out. I promise you. So do not wait. The price will continue to increase as well. The closer we get to the event, most likely they're going to at least double, sometimes triple, depending on the ticket level. So now is going to be the cheapest that you can get the tickets. And then Bill and I set it up. So every so often, once we hit a certain number of tickets sold, the price goes up and it goes up and it goes up. So don't wait. Just make the decision. You've got a few months, plan ahead, get your tickets, get your flights booked, get your hotel booked, get your Airbnb booked, whatever you're going to do. Get it done and make sure you get there because I promise you, you will have massive FOMO if you do not go. Anything else you want to add to that, Mike?
No, 100%. I mean, it's the best conference of the year for sure.
So, yeah. And like I said, man, like I don't do a ton of speaking gigs anymore just because I want to focus on being a husband and a dad and everything else. But this one will be well worth your time. Well worth your time. So go check it out. Go to strwealthconference.com. I'll put the link down below in the chat. Like I said, don't wait. It will sell out. I promise you that. And the tickets will get gradually more expensive over the next few weeks. So don't wait. Go grab your tickets now. If you guys have questions, feel free to send me a DM. Happy to answer them. But just say yes, man. It's going to be the cheapest investment you make with the highest ROI, hands down. So that's it for this week, guys. Hope you have an amazing week, and we will talk to you soon.
Hey, STR Nation, if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave us a review. And in the comments, let us know what topics you want us to cover on upcoming episodes, and we'll make sure to get that in the books for you. And if you really want to learn how to launch, automate, and scale your short-term rental business, if you want to go deeper, then check out our free masterclass at strsecrets.com.